Precious Metals Crimes takes a naughty turn, and this time it hits the G spot. Let's explore! I never thought I would see this, but nonetheless, been around long enough that we've seen some quite weird things with regards to precious metals crimes. Most notable would be the Indian smugglers that take gold and stick it up their rectum to get through past customs without paying fees and the like on them. But nonetheless, this one takes a little bit of a different direction to something a little bit more pleasurable, I guess it would be for some. You know, when you think about precious metal crimes or any kind of crimes, well, by the very nature, it is naughty. It's naughty by nature. But in this case, it's naughty in a different way, as we reference an article here as shared with me by Silver Honda, who drives a paid-off blue Honda. Thieves steal gold-plated sex toys worth 15,000 pounds each from a Spanish factory. Police are hunting thieves who stole gold-covered sex toys worth more than 15,000 pounds each from a factory in Spain, as well as the 24-karat gold vibrators the masked men made off with nearly 23 pounds in cash from a safe after plunging the area into darkness by cutting electricity cables before breaking in. There you go. Likely not an inside job. I don't think we could say that would be the case here, although I guess in retrospect, as we'll see later on in the article, it ended up being an inside job, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure the comment section is going to just be a flurry of different puns and jokes made about this. But when it's all tallied up, that's about $45,000 worth of these gold sex toys and cash that have been taken. Intruders struck just after 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday night at an industrial estate in Carmona near Seville. The premises targeted belonged to erotic items wholesaler Dreamlove. Local reports say 7 gold and steel vibrators were taken in all, with more expensive sex toys valued at up to about 17,000 euros, and the ones made with the cheaper material up to 3,000 euros. And they're hunting for these thieves who stole the gold-covered sex toys. They're still at large. And pun intended in that one, too. Just depends on if size really does matter in this case, if they really are at large. Of course, you know, it could be that maybe they're, trying to make up for something else. And so perhaps it's not as big as they thought. So maybe they're at smalls. Intruders struck just after 11 p.m. And here we see this factory here, Dreamlove, industrial estate in Carmona near Seville, Spain. And yes, indeed, the intruders are said to have used the same modus operandi employed in another 2 previous break-ins in that area. A spokesman for the firm that was targeted told local media it would be difficult to sell them on the black market because they are rare and easily identifiable products. So there you go. And, typically we see this, many rare items, especially from manufacturer, like I talked about in a previous video, a gold-plated PlayStation. And that was something that was gifted to the Queen. But yes, very expensive. And when you think about the amount of gold it would take to plate the material, it pales in comparison to the overall collector value. And likely that's probably the case here as well. In January of 2020, police on the Costa Blanca arrested a woman who stole a box containing 40 sex toys from a shop. Video footage released by cops showed the suspect walking in through an open door and making off with a box of Satisfyer G-Spot simulators. And here is an example of one for the silver colored ones there anyways. But yes, detectives who made the arrest described the premises as a business premise that had just taken delivery of the sex toys, although in the video released by police it appeared to be a shoe shop. Interesting. And undercover, maybe it could be mob related. fronting as a shoe shop and selling sex toys and maybe other materials as well. They revealed at the time she had sold some of the massage center to a massage center and others locals to the town of Colosa de Segura, near the holiday resort of Tarovella, where she was arrested. Around half of the 40 sex toys were recovered, although unconfirmed reports say many had already been used by the time they were retrieved, giving credence to the idea that it was indeed an inside job, even if that inside job occurred after the fact, after the theft. So there's only the two different stories here we can see, but pretty amazing. And it just goes to show you how precious metals can certainly play a role in giving you the cream de la crop, so to speak, in this case, the best of the best. And even in these types of materials, sex toys, they can be plated with gold, 24 karat gold, which, by the way, 24 karat gold, as most of you know, does not react chemically or otherwise with any material that is placed upon it, no matter what that material may be. And that is one good thing about, I guess, having it, because it can be very far inside of a cavity and you don't have to worry about any kind of reaction to it. However, notwithstanding, there are cases where people have been allergic to gold. In fact, I know a friend who is allergic to gold, and it's not pretty. They probably wouldn't want to be a gold stacker unless they have them in capsules. But that would really suck, to have an allergic reaction to touching gold or having gold on your person, or in this case, in your person. Certainly would not be a good thing. But what do you think? How would you feel if you were allergic to a metal that you stack? Man, I couldn't even imagine. But nonetheless, in this story, with the precious metals crimes, has taken a different turn. And let me know what your thoughts are. And I hope you will consider checking out the playlist of other videos from that series, that playlist, because there's been some pretty wild stories of insane precious metal crimes out there. When you think about what people will do for gold, that gold fever can make people think and do things that are very irrational, illegal, unethical, immoral, and probably a little bit all of the above in this case. But these thieves apparently were pretty smart, and so far they've gotten away with it. And of course, when they get caught, maybe we'll think differently. But nonetheless, who knows? Usually when something is so well planned, usually something is missed, and a stupid detail leads to their capture. We shall find out. But nonetheless, there it is. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story. And I'm going to leave you with a message from the former President of the United States.
I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all